Today, we're talking all about the cost of filler or dermal filler injections. What can you expect to pay for this procedure? Why is your cost of filler so much different than your friends? And how to be super knowledgeable on this topic before you go for your cosmetic consultation. Guys, this is actual real knowledge on this topic. I'm a board certified dermatologist and I perform filler injections for cosmetic enhancement of my patients in my private practice all the time. I'm a trained expert with an in-depth understanding of this industry, as well as the technical and business side of it. So here is my inside information for you so that you can be a confident consumer as you prepare for your filler procedure. If this is your first time landing on my channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Maren Locke. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I own and operate my own private practice dermatology clinic, and in my free time, I hop on here to give you guys a real education on everything related to the skin, and of course with a focus on affordable and effective skincare products. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. Give them a thumbs up. You can also follow me on some of my other social media accounts for more great tips. I always have those linked below, so check them out. Okay, fillers. I love performing filler procedures because you can see almost instant results and you can see the patient becoming happier right before your eyes. So this can be a really rewarding procedure. It's very artistic, creative, and just a fun procedure to perform. But it's not cheap. And for something with the high cost, you need to really be educated on the topic so that you can make a decision for yourself that is first and foremost safe and ultimately will match your expectations and investment. Fillers are one of the most common cosmetic treatments, and it's gaining rapid popularity in a younger age group. I'm talking about people in their 20s and 30s who are just looking for a subtle fix of the face or just a little plump of the lips, for example. And it's really this concept of prejuvenation, which is a term that's trending in the beauty industry, and it's really focused on maintaining that healthy, youthful skin you have now so that you never really get these wrinkles and sagging skin to set in the first place. And of course, filler remains popular for the aging population as well. For people who have the deep set-in wrinkles and fine lines and that sagging skin, they really want to reverse those changes, rejuvenate the skin, and give them back their youthful appearance. The way fillers work is that there is a syringe with the material inside it that is injected into the skin with either a needle or a cannula to plump it back up and give it a more youthful appearance. The material in the syringe is typically hyaluronic acid. Of course, there are other products that can be injected into the skin as well, but hyaluronic acid is one of the most popular, and you might know it by several brand names that are commonly marketed to you that you might see in ads, and these are Juvederm and Restylane, to just name a couple. Some common places on the face that you will see injected with filler include the tear troughs to fix that hollowed out look and the dark circles under the eyes, the cheekbones to really improve the contour of the face and lift up that sagging skin, some of the deeper set-in smile lines around the lower face, and as well as plumping the lips. With very few exceptions, fillers are typically temporary. Now, of course, you can find some fillers that are permanent, but these will come with more side effects and are less common. So fillers are temporary. This means that they will typically dissolve gradually over time. And it's important to keep this in mind because if you like these results, you're going to have to repeat them in order to maintain it. So this is definitely an important factor to keep in mind in terms of planning your budget. All right, now for the fun part, let's talk money. There is a wide variety of prices that you will find for filler procedures and a lot of factors that will go into ultimately what you will pay for your procedure. Now there's three main pricing structures that you will find out there. The first is a per syringe fee. Each syringe typically has about 1 cc or 1 milliliter of product in it. So you will pay for however many syringes that are used on your face to give you the desired result that you're looking for. The second is a per area fee. So for example, filler of the lip will be a set price no matter how little or how much product is used. And the third most common pricing structure you will see is time-based. If you are looking for a more drastic result, this will take more time and therefore cost more money. Whereas if you're looking for just a subtle fix, it's not going to take as much time and you will be paying less money for that result. Now, it is totally the practice or injector's decision for how they price their procedure and their products, but you will most commonly find a per syringe pricing model. Now, on average, a syringe of filler is a wide range of prices, okay? From maybe as low as around $500 to $1,000 or more per syringe. But why is there such a variable cost per syringe? And how are you going to know about what your cost is going to be? That's what I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to go through all the factors that go into how filler is priced. The first is location. Location, 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 right? In areas where it's a high cost of living, businesses generally have much higher overhead expenses, and that will be reflected in the cost of their procedures. The second is competition or saturation of the market. If you live in an area where there are a ton of options, practices and medical spas that offer filler injections, that typically drives the price down. The third is price of the product. Fillers are so expensive to buy. So when the physician's office or the injector's office buys this product from the parent company, it's expensive. This high cost of product is then reflected in the price of the procedure. The other factor that goes into filler cost, and this is a big one, it's type of filler. So there's a lot of different types of fillers, some that are really thin and moldable, give a little more of a natural look. Other fillers that are much thicker, placed deeper in the skin, and tend to last much longer, therefore are more expensive. How long they last really plays into the pricing of it. If they're only lasting a few months, they're going to be much cheaper than fillers that you place into the skin and last for a year or more. Some brands charge more than others for cost of their fillers. The next factor is number of syringes. Most patients who are looking for really noticeable improvement will need multiple syringes to achieve that result. And that's going to drive the price up really fast, especially if you're paying a per syringe fee. Other patients who maybe want just a subtle fix or just a little enhancement of the lips, for example, maybe aren't even using a full syringe, and their price will be much lower because of the lower usage of product. And the last factor, and this is a big one that really accounts for a vast majority of the variability in prices that you will find, in its skill level or experience level of the injector. Not only are you paying for the actual cost of the product, but you are paying for the injector's experience, training, and the time it takes them to do the procedure. Now, you may find that if you were to get your filler procedure done at a dermatologist's office, where a doctor is the one injecting you, it might be more expensive than the medical spa next door, where a non-physician injector is doing the procedure. And oftentimes, it's this experience level and the length of training that accounts for the price difference from these two locations. In some states, there's not a lot of regulations on the people who are doing these procedures, so maybe they don't have any training at all, or maybe they went to a weekend course to learn how to inject, and now they're injecting anybody who comes in the clinic. These situations can be a little problematic, and you have a higher chance of having adverse events or complications from these procedures when they're done in the hands of somebody less qualified. So I implore you to ask your injector about their experience and about their training so that you can choose somebody who you feel comfortable with, you can minimize your chance of getting complications or adverse events. And then if you were to get an adverse event, you want to make sure you feel comfortable that your injector knows facial anatomy well enough that they can fix it. And to you personally, it might be worth paying a little bit more for that extra reassurance that you are minimizing your risk of complications, but also are in the hands of somebody that can truly help fix it if something were to go wrong. All of these factors together are really why you can't just be given a price over the phone for what your filler procedure is going to take to get the results that you need or want. And I will end with some tips for you before you commit to the procedure. If the price is too good to be true or much lower than those around them, this is risky. Maybe the product isn't legit or the experience of the injector is questionable. If you don't feel comfortable with your physician or provider at your cosmetic consultation, shop around and get several opinions before you commit. Ask about the experience and training of your injector. This is really, above all else, the most important, and it's really worth paying a bit more so that you have somebody who is the best trained to do this procedure. Make sure that you fully read any consent forms that you are given and have the time to ask questions. If you're not given time to ask questions or aren't satisfied with the answers that you're given, this is not a good sign. And don't be afraid to get your feet wet. Start slow with just a little bit of product, and you can always easily add more in over time. Now, if you aren't quite sure that filler is right for you, or you're just not ready to commit quite yet, make sure that you're on a great skincare routine, anti-aging, prejuvenation, rejuvenation, wherever you fall on your skincare journey. Make sure you're on a routine that's right for your skin. I'm linking below some of my current favorite skincare products that I'm recommending for my patients clients, some that I'm using for myself. They're all tried and true, of course, budget-friendly options. There's several good options down there that are dupes for other medical grade similar products that I find very effective. So check those out. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any videos. Come say hi on some of my other social media accounts for other tricks and tips and tidbits. I'll link all of those below. So come say hi. See you guys next time.